So just the real advice right here. Most people just expect most people just to love you for what how you make them feel or what you can do when they say they love you, and that's family including. Because I mean, just pull back and see how they feel. How they treat you. What I'm saying, pull back your energy, pull back whatever, and see. You know what I mean? Don't get mad, and don't get mad. Like, I don't even get mad at it anymore. You know what I'm saying? You just need to thank God that you can supply a need for somebody. I believe, you know what I'm saying. But I believe it comes a time when if it's not being reciprocated in some other way, if it's not, if you feel like it's not being honored, if you feel like, you know what I mean, then that's when you pull back. But other than that, you know what I mean. God gave us gifts. You know what I mean? Just think about it with the dollar. You can't make a dollar without serving. So maybe not the system of what you're serving might not be godly, but the way of accumulating the dollar is godly. You have to serve somebody. You have to serve, whether you're working in the fast food or on the street selling something, or in a pharmacy selling something. Doctors, lawyers, judges. You have to serve people. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what God it says, a servant ain't better than his master. You know what I'm saying? So God's kingdom is about serving. For the most part, and a servant. So I was gonna say something else. A servant is not greater than his master, but also, you can't say, another scripture, you can't serve two masters, things like that. So, if you on the God side, you want to, how do you look at it? The way, because I know when I do stuff for people, I know in the back of my head, they got two options. They can either honor or dishonor it. They can appreciate it or not. They can use me or not. I'm not a dummy, but I honestly, I know God says you reap what you sow. And so I believe that it will come back to you, you know what I'm saying, in a good way if you have good intentions. David said, judge me off my intentions, Father, in Jesus' name. Because why? And that's a prayer I believe you guys should make, you know what I'm saying? Because if a lot of people don't have good intentions. So, they're gonna say they do, but they don't. But if you got good intentions, you know, it shows in the effort. It shows in, not even necessarily the emotions, but the effort. And I believe God, will bring that back to you. I mean, the world calls it karma, right? And so, um, and then when I serve, I advise you to do it to the Lord. Develop a relationship with the Lord. Once you start loving the Lord, God says when you do it to the least, you do it to the greatest. You know what I'm